In this series, I revisit one of my favorite games with some added challenges, such as no stamina use, no weapons, or swapping the controllers in my hands. I also invite one of my best friends to join me for co-op gameplay. I have one Joy-Con, he has the other Joy-Con. Oh, and all of this is in Master Mode, which is much more difficult than the normal game. And if I die, I have to start all over. We begin the game with a black screen. A spot of light peeks through the darkness, ever so slightly growing larger. A faint, indistinguishable noise is heard from the edge of our senses. Then it grows louder, a voice. And we are woken.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up.
We're laying in a strange bed that looks far too uncomfortable, with a strange liquid draining from around us. The character, Link, glances around the dimly lit room, only illuminated by the unknown machine casting blue light. He crawls out of bed and spots a pedestal ahead of him. Upon further inspection, it starts glowing and reveals a unique object.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
The unknown voice provides further instruction. And a door is opened. Heading through, there are 2 chests containing clothes. But you can see here that I forgot to put them on. Instead, I headed straight to the back of the hall, finding another pedestal to inspect.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Using the Sheikah slate, it activates a large door. Natural light shines through the opening, shocking Link.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Climbing out, a cutscene begins as Link runs to the cliff's edge and views the expansive landscape stretching for miles. The closest landmark is a temple on the hilltop, but a cloaked man is watching us from nearby. The cutscene ends, and we are free to do as we please.
I'm gonna head back here because I know there are more sticks and some mushrooms. We want to check out that guy down there with the campfire, but I want some food because playing the game without dying is going to be pretty much impossible if I don't have enough sustenance. Here's the old man. Who are you? Spare you my life story, thank you. A bright-eyed young man, huh? I actually have kind of dark eyes. Grayish green. This is the Great Plateau. According to the legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule.
Ooh.
Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Alright, will do. I don't know if I'll need the torch. I'm gonna save some inventory space, but I'll take the axe. Lizard! Lizard! Catch the lizard! It just jumped off the cliff. Rip. Mysterious voice. Saying my name.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Yes, the Sheikah Slate also has a map. And if I check it out, most of it, you cannot tell what is going on. These lines indicate the individual regions. Right here, we are on the Great Plateau. This blue spot, the Shrine of Resurrection, is where we woke up. That's me, and I need to get over here, which is over that way. Here's our first monster, a bokoblin with a stick. These guys can be bad if they have really good weapons, but ones like this with just a stick are not that hard to fight at all. If I dodge away from them like that, I have this mysterious, really powerful technique of flurry rushing. I can basically slow down time and attack him over and over, up to 6, I believe. And if you see that flashing pink bar, that is its health regenerating. So I think I'm gonna leave him alone, save my branches because they're precious. Whoa, okay, that was really close. I don't know how much damage this guy would do if I let him hit me, but I don't want to find out because resetting this early would still be a real annoyance. I'm just going to leave him. I need to find some better weapons. There are a couple bokoblins down there with some nice weapons, and we got a big rock right here. I'm going to shove off the hill. And it struck both of them. Let's go. Boko Club. Much stronger than the branches. And they also drop some parts. Their horn and their fang. And their guts. You can see the map in the bottom right corner of the screen. It doesn't have any detail right now. Oh, that guy saw me. Oh boy. If you see that question mark above their heads, that means they noticed me. And it slowly fills up with red, depending on how close they are to realizing who you are. And over here, there are several arrows laying in the ground because of those guys on the hill. I'm going to collect some of them. I need a bow. Whoa, that one was really close. Oh, he almost got my foot right there. Why am I so freezing? Every time I do videos where I talk a lot, the last time being the puzzle where I screamed at the camera, cue the clip.
Please, you must tell me, why is it so cold?
I get really cold. I don't know why. I feel like I should be hot talking to you guys a lot. A frog. Let's catch the frog. Hot-footed frog. Let's go. If I attack while sprinting, it should knock them clear back. Do not hit me. It would be a big shame. If I die, oh, okay, it's only half our health. And they don't lose the bow, so that's gonna be an issue. How do I acquire the bow without taking forever? What if we get the guy with the sword over here? I'm gonna draw this guy out here, and then boom. Knock the weapon out of his hand, please? No, he's still holding it. Oh, I thought that was gonna kill me. There. I need... Oh, I have an idea. I will drown him. Oh, I knocked the shield out of it. And... Yes! Let's go! Brains! I will leave the archers. I'm gonna activate this weird structure. Cue the cutscene. Trace has joined us, and
Hello.
you may be really confused about what is going on. There's still some action. So we have a map now for the Great Plateau, because all those towers that you saw rising out of the ground hold information of the land, and if we can get to them and put the Sheikah Slate in the pedestal, it gives us the map. Topographical map. If that's how you pronounce the word.
That's
Wait, we hear a voice.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
So, while we've been asleep, that bad guy that looks like a weird boar flying in the air, that's the guy we want to get rid of. We'll climb down here. We do not want to fall because that could be bad. We can do this trick where I just let go of the wall and then grab it again. And someone interrupts us.
Oh. It's Santa Claus.
My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long-dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do, right as soon as I get off the plateau. And that's what he's gonna tell... Yeah, plateau. And that's what he's gonna tell me not to do, but Dad said 13. And number 13 on my list of challenges was get the Hylian shield. If you were to try to jump off the walls, well, no death could be more certain. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine. Hand it over. Oh, certainly, why not? There's no such thing as a free item in this world, you know? Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Do you see that structure over there? The one shining with a strange light. It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. Alright, so he says there's treasure in this shrine over here. Treasure that we could trade for the paraglider. That cloth sail thing he used to safely glide down to the ground. And we got spotted by this guy with the sharpest eyes I've ever seen in a bokoblin. And he's got flaming arrows! Okay. I forgot about that. Oh boy. These arrows could probably kill us. Oh! That was close. Ah! Okay. How am I gonna get to him?
Why do you...
We're gonna run around the edge of this camp. Climb up. Oh boy, I almost jumped off. This branch that is almost broken will serve as something to break that with. Nice, I sniped it on there first try. We drowned the bokoblin, so now there is a bow just floating in the water. But there's another guy over there who will shoot me out of the water and kill me, and I'll have to restart. I have another branch that will serve the same purpose. I knew that would happen, but there's another guy over there who will shoot me out of the water and kill me, and I'll have to restart. We're gonna get up to the same point. Fast forward. Okay, we're back, and it took about 15 minutes or so. I still want to knock down those guys in the floating platforms. Oh, I missed! I missed again! Maybe we'll go in the shrine and come back later.
Scared.
Yes, I am, Chase. Is this the Magnesis Shrine? Alright, so these shrines are the dungeons that we need to complete. This is the Magnesis trial. If I come over here and put the Sheikah Slate in the pedestal, it will give me this cool magical power with technologies we could never imagine.
Authenticated.
So now, the Sheikah Slate has acquired this power. It is a big magnet that will allow us to lift up metal objects like so. Boom! We just toss it out of the way. And then we toss that one over there, smash the robot, and miss.
Yeah.
There's another one over here.
Wait, are you in master mode?
Yep.
Oh.
That's why I died. So we destroyed the robot. We get some ancient screws. If I take this and toss it right over there, we should be able to cross this. And now we slam these open so hard that they close again. And there's this weird thing. This guy is a monk. He is in this weird time-defying structure that lets him just sit there for 100 years until I get there.
100 G.
Gives me his name.
I am Oman. Ow.
With my arrival, his duty is now fulfilled. And I skipped the thing. Dang it. Cue the clip from one of the other shrines. He gives me this thing called a spirit orb. And if I get 4 of those, I can get an extra heart or more stamina. How did you know? Oh, perhaps it's just something familiar. They're similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. The great power of the Sheikah's wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across this land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. That wasn't the deal! Well, I suppose I changed my mind. Sure, it won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. I'm gonna use this metal block to smash the Octoroks. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't die again.
Oh.
Oh, big miss. There we go, we took out 2. So now our objective is to find all the shrines, complete them, and get the rest of the runes, the powers for the Sheikah Slate, and then we will be able to get off this plateau and continue through the game. Or I might die a few more times and get really frustrated.
And that will be fun.
There's this big skull, which no one really knows the origin of. Some think there were giants. These hold monster camps. There are several guys in there. I'll shoot him in the face, knock him off the tower, and then I'll cut the line with that lantern so that the dynamite inside the skull explodes. Oh, that guy's aiming at me. There we go. And we enter the ruins. These guys are dangerous. We do not want to get too close to some of them. This guy is dormant, he's dead. But that guy, he's alive.
Looking straight
Yeah,
at me.
as we'll find right now, if I get close, there's a quick cutscene as the game introduces you to these robots, giant machines called Guardians. They will shoot you with a giant laser that will kill me no matter how many hearts I have, if I have bad armor at least. So I'm just gonna climb over the wall, come to the Job Age shrine, put the Sheikah Slate on the little pedestal thing, it activates the shrine, opens the door, and we can head on inside. This is the bomb trial. We get a power where we can use 2 different types of bomb. One is round and it can roll, the other is square. The fact that we can use 2 at a time is really useful because we can place one in front of the other, and then we're on the other side so that when this one explodes, it knocks the second one into us and sends us flying. I will show you guys how that works later. And we don't die from it somehow. We take no damage.
Physics.
But the point of the bombs in this shrine is we can throw them and blow up big rocks. Throw this ahead, don't get hurt by it. It destroys those rocks and we can head on through. We're gonna drop the bomb inside the chute. It doesn't even roll in, okay. What are you doing? The catapult sort of thing right there, we'll launch it over to those rocks so we can destroy it there. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero.
I bestow upon you this spirit orb.
Now, we have 2 spirit orbs, we only need 2 more, and they shouldn't take too long. I think that one activates as well.
Yep.
Oh!
See ya. Goodbye. Mucho gusto. No quiero ser tu amigo. And now that it is becoming night, things like those bats called keys will come out and try to get you. Oh yeah, it's master mode. So there's a big centaur type creature called a Lionel. I do not want to fight him. He's a big problem. Él no es un amigo. That's the shrine we want to reach. Over here we have a monster camp and they should be sleeping, so I'm going to sneak up to them. I do not want to be spotted. If I light this torch on fire, I can carry the flame over here.
You just press Y.
Yeah, that swings it. Chase, you told me to press Y.
Oh, that's just small. Yeah, it's just...
Okay, sorry that was out of frame, folks, but I exploded the bomb and knocked him off the cliff. That was a bit risky. We'll cook another meal. Spicy pepper seafood.
Buzz.
Now I'm gonna eat the spicy pepper seafood and we'll stay warm. The Our Dame Shrine. Okay, this is the Stasis Trial. We get a new power where we can freeze things in time. It is pretty useful, and if I upgrade it, I can even freeze monsters for like a second and a half. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you could do in this shrine to skip it, but I haven't played in a while. I'm still warming up.
Because you're gonna die.
Got this chest right here. For some reason, when you're opening stuff like chests, everything else freezes. And this is how the stasis works. We're gonna use a sledgehammer, smash this rock,
Not dying.
boom, and then once we've generated enough power and momentum into the object that we had frozen, it goes flying.
Content.
We only need one more shrine left, and it's in the middle of the cold place. And since we have a shield, there's a cool thing in the game called shield surfing. Oh, that could have been dangerous.
I'm a surfer, y'all. Yay!
I can't do high-pitched stuff, my voice is too deep. We're at this bridge, and we have a big plate of metal right here. I'm gonna lift it over. If I can do it right, I'll set it on these posts, and then I can walk across. And we'll do it in style. We'll flip onto it. And we're here near the top of the cliff. There are a few monsters right here, but if I just throw a bomb behind them, they can be dealt with pretty swiftly, maybe. There are some bombs over there on the edge of the cliff, so I do not want them to grab one of those. I'm just gonna run away. Oh yeah, there's an icy pond right there. Whoa! Oh, that hurt. And we have reached the Kay Namut Shrine. This is the Cryonis Trial, where I have a new power to create pillars of ice in any body of water. They're probably about 8 feet tall. I can climb them. Things like this that I need to get over. Lift this giant gate and walk under it. Put a block in front of this guy so that he walks around and it gives me enough time to go past. Lift. Oh boy, I'm about to be shot. Lift that so I can climb up here, and we're at the end of the shrine. Boom, we're done. I bestow upon you this spirit orb. That is our 4th one, all we need, and now we are really close to getting off the plateau, which will probably be it for this episode. The next, I'll have some more challenges like getting the Hylian shield. That will be pretty hard. Crazy guy flying through the air comes and greets me again with a ho! With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh ho, extraordinary! That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines at the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Now, we have the 4 shrines on the map right here. This is the tower, and this is where we woke up in the Shrine of Resurrection. If we draw a line between these, like he says, they make an X, and they line up at the Temple of Time. Let's head there real speedy-like. And we're gonna come up here to this big statue. This is where I can trade 4 spirit orbs for either a heart or a bit of stamina. I am going to pick heart container for pretty much all of them, because in this challenge, I am also going to have to complete all the divine beasts, which you will learn about later, for those who don't know what that is. Plus, more hearts means less of a chance of being killed. He looks angry. Why does he make that face when he sees the guy on the roof? Come over here. There's a ladder. Now, if we climb up here, we have a big cutscene, and I'll let you guys watch through it on your own.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Now, I can jump off the cliff and just glide down. Very... Nice. Okay, I'm gonna try something that is really risky. I'm gonna try the bomb thing. Yes, let's go!
If you just died,
Oh, I'm running out of
I
energy
would
though.
slap you in the face with it.
I know, I slapped myself in the face. Boom, we only lost a heart of health. We got launched so far. Look, the temple's all the way over there. That's where we jumped from. Wind bombing is so useful.
What's wind bombing?
Wind bombing? Wow. So, quick recap of the storyline for all those who might be confused. We woke up after 100 years. Big guy Ganon is in control of the 4 divine beasts that we need to free. The divine beasts are the giant creatures, like the bird over there, that is actually bigger than several houses. Hi, Chase.
Hello.
We need to free those because they give us some extra powers. And those will be in future episodes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it and didn't mind all the time I spent explaining stuff. If you are interested in our content, not just the gaming videos at like the series, but also the trick shots and competitions that we film, please subscribe. It would be much appreciated. And adios.